celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here we go. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. This defense for the Vikings, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll go right back to the Wangu. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively, coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So on fourth down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Cousins to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that's going to be another 1st down. Good running for him to start the drive. This one, 11 yards. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
11 mighty, 11 mighty, 11 MT paint, 11 MT paint, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 32 yards. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I hope you're feeling okay. There goes Melvin Gordon. Still on his feet. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Melvin Gordon with career touchdown number 70. And the Vikings are back within a score. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Kene Nwagu. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bengals.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
McPherson now for the extra point. Oh, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll hand this one off to Gordon. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
First. Gun. Bring up, 48. All right, now here we go.
They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Melvin Gordon, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Mixon with a first down carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they're going to speed things up here. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. 32 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. And that flag accepted. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm one, ready? 11 MT, 11 MT.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Quick slant. He's got Joe Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down now, but that clock rolling.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And complete to Zach Ertz. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Zach Ertz, 60 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Cousins. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 3rd down and 1. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Cousins now. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 60 yards. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Well, so much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end, deep downfield catching a pass. Now it's almost standard. That's a big part of everyone's offense. Get it to those guys because they're not just tight ends anymore. They're athletes.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
He connects with Hyatt.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 2.
11. Stop.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
11 mighty.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. McPherson on for the point after.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon.
121 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, Gordon once more.
Gets by him, and Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yellow.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Cousins now on 2nd down.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Gotta go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Hey, we gotta go score. Let's go.
Burrow will throw.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go.
At the 16-yard line.
11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Boy, a potential game changer there here in the 4th quarter to kick that out of bounds. And now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On second down, Gordon once more. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
This is Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker.